What in the world is happening with King County real estate? Woo, let's look at this. All right, you're looking at 10 years, 10 years of supply and demand. And I think it really paints a very clear picture of what's happening. The green is the supply, number of listings any given month. And blue is depending the number of the went under contract any given month. So just looking at the graph from a high level overview, you can see that something around 2023 cut buyers in half, lowered demand by 50%. Just the demand went away. Now that was the spike in interest rates. That's what happened at the end of 2022, 2023. Interest rates tripled. Demand went away. People said we can't afford to buy houses. That's half as much. And that's not come back. So you can see that over the last 3 years, 23, 24, 25, and now into 26, that demand has not come back. The pandemic had the difference in the pandemic. You had a slight increase in demand, but mostly just a drop off on the inventory and creating a whole lot of pressure in terms of multiple offers and houses selling quickly in our area. But pre-pandemic, you had increasing supply with relatively stable demand. So, supply ran up around high threes, 4,000 units per month at a peak, May, June, every year. That was down a little bit, never quite touched 4,000 units in the pandemic. But then the whole thing just went off the cliff in 23, 24, 25. It's been unwinding. But what's been unwinding is the supply. Supply has been coming back. Demand has not been coming back. So last month, if you narrow this down and just looked at last month, you'll see, if you just look at the last 2 years, you'll see that last month's available inventory outpaced last year's available inventory, same time, right? You're seeing this is more available inventory in February than the last 2 years. We're on pace to increase inventory, and demand is unlikely to catch up. That means if you're selling, you're going to be selling into an ever-increasing pool of potential homes for a limited pool of buyers to buy. That means you have to be strategic. That means you have to be right on price. And if you're not right on price, you need to jump and get right on price, because inventory is just going to keep increasing between now and May or June. So you got to get it right. And if you don't, you got to adjust. That's what this says. If you're a buyer, you're going to have the pick of the litter. And you should plan on that getting better and better as the year progresses. Okay. I mean, at some point, May, June, inventory will go down. But what's predictable is it'll still be better than more better for you as a buyer than last year. That's predictable with no big increase in competition. That's what it's looking like. So if you have questions about your situation, you should let me know. I'm happy to talk about any situation, because everyone's unique. Every neighborhood, every block. How do you get the price right? Well, you got to really look to see what the market's saying. So if you got questions, you need anything, Aaron Hendon with Christine & Company over at eXp Realty. See you next month.